And alongside me first here in this post-match action, we have the executive and coaching staff of New York Renegades Football Club. First to my left, we do have Cristian Turizo. Coach, you saw a very fiery game from start to finish, especially toward the latter ends of the game. What was the key to maintaining the nerves against this arch rival?
Just being patient, right? Staying organized and just staying focused the last few minutes of the game. We knew this game was going to be like this. Every game against Braveheart is, it's a final, and we expected this game. I told them it wasn't going to be like the regular games where we're comfortably winning. I knew it was going to be tough. The game broke through at the end, as you saw. So, we luckily we got two good goals. I think we could have went ahead 3-4, but it's part of the game. Nobody wants to miss. So luckily, these guys took the game, and they deserve it. They deserve every minute of it. I think that they work hard, and now it's just we got to keep working for what's coming ahead.
Now, speaking of what's coming ahead, this team has qualified to the UPSL National Finals. So what are the expectations there going into this next phase of this nationwide tournament?
Just win. We deserve to be there. Renegades deserve to be. I think it's time for us to take this team to that championship and win it. I think to be the best in the nation at this level, you have to beat everybody that comes your way. And I think we proved that in the Northeast. We dominated the past few years, but it's not enough. I told the guys, it's not enough. We have to beat everybody nationwide to be the best team, amateur team in the nation. So I think that we're ready this time going into nationals. We're going to nationals with a different mentality. So I think that's important. The guys are ready, and we're expecting games like this coming along the way, because it's just going to get harder as we go. So we're just going to prepare ourselves and get ready for what's coming.
Sounds good, Coach. Congratulations again on the win.
Thank you.
And alongside you, of course, we have the president of this organization, Boris Linares. Now, Boris, you saw, again, arch rival, but now, not only is New York Renegades FC regular season champions of the Northeast American Conference, but also post-season champions of the aforementioned conference of the UPSL. What are the emotions like, you as the president of this organization, as I see you're holding what seems like a very heavy trophy?
No, trust me, it's I wanted this one because Braveheart has always been, and will always be a class organization. They push us. And when they push us, I mean they push us. I told Turizo and I told Michael, that's the Clásico here of the Northeast. I don't care who it is. I know that in the end, not to sound, arrogant or anything, I knew it would come down to us, both teams. So we're on the good end of the stick. They keep pushing us. I'm sure they'll be back again, pushing us again, and I don't expect nothing less. As far as the team is concerned, from the coaching staff, that's why I brought Michael here, because he's always behind the scenes, doing his conditioning. Yeah, I'm talking about every coach on this team. The ones who are not here because they do the Division 1. They do the goalies and stuff. Tom Nawabi, David Lawrence, Oscar Silveria, who's doing on Saturday the U13 Northeast Championship. You're talking about a whole coaching staff and organization that just strives on excellence. And I knew I made the right decision by getting addition here. There's never subtraction, and it's always about coming together and running this. I have an organization over there in Uruguay, which I'm just getting excited about too, that we're doing that. It's been amazing what we're doing and what we've been doing. And then I keep telling everybody who joins our academies and everything that we're serious here about making people, our players get better. The coaching staff is so dedicated. I mean, we come out in cold with blistering, wind and everything. And these guys, to a man, they practice hard. They work hard. They think it's just talent. It's not. It's not just talent. It's coaching. It's them playing and following a system. And thankfully, it's been working for us. So that's what it's all about. And I've been saying that we're trying to win the national, obviously, and that's what we're going to try to gear up to do. We're going to try to get it.
Well, like you implied yourself, Coach, diligence does pay dividends. Now, if I'm allowed to ask a related question, we talked earlier, of course, about the UPSL National Finals. Upcoming, New York Renegades FC also has the U.S. Open Cup fourth qualifying round. How will this game affect that sort of mentality into the upcoming game versus Lansdowne Yonkers FC, which will be here on Game in Frame?
Yes, I mean, that's another class organization. As the further down you go in the U.S. Cup, you're going to meet those. And I think it's our first historic meeting, I think, that we're going to meet head to head. And I know that they're going to bring it. I'm pretty sure they watched the game and they're going to be looking at it. We're not going to let down. I think the guys are very, very motivated. We were able to rest some people. So, I think we have a very deep squad. And, and again, it goes to everything that I do, with the movement underground that I have now. I have a place that the guys can go recoup fast. We get better training and everything, better conditioning, and it's showing. It's showing. So, and then, this man over here tirelessly stays on top of them. No. I'm just saying because he's behind the scenes. What he does, right, Turi? So he does a lot of the make sure you hydrated, make sure you, send me your times. Like he calls them, make sure that their mentality is there. These little things, these matter. Everything in the organization matters. I have my sister-in-law, my wife, this is a family business, and, that's the way we like to do it, and we treat everybody here like family, so that's what we're all about, so I don't want to take up too much of the time from Michael, because I think Michael deserves a little bit here, shine here, Thank you.
Of course, Mr. President, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Michael Vasquez, one thing's first. This president just described you as basically the man behind the screen, the man who's always doing the behind-the-scenes work. So my question is, of course, how you were able to help contribute to this winning mentality that New York Renegades FC has displayed not for this season, but in the past handful of seasons.
One word, I think, is passion. Because if we have passion, you got everything. So that's the word. That's the word. I think we have a great group. So we can work. We can try to say how I feel inside the field. So it's better. It's easy to explain to very good players.
Likewise, this was the third consecutive time that New York Braveheart SC and New York Renegades FC have encountered one another in the conference final. Again, you and Coach Turizo must have been doing your homework respectively, side by side. So what did you see in that Braveheart squad that gave your side the advantage at the very end? You guys can share it. You guys are a team after all.
We look at footage all the time, man. I mean, that's what we do. We exchange notes. We tell them, hey, we know that Junior's back. And we know that Junior's a great player. And, again, we devise plans. They devise plans. We go over stuff and we train for it. That's it, We know he's dangerous. We know that if he gets an open shot, he can, fire those bullets, But we also have a great defense behind us, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get Cáceres in. And then, yeah, you're going to get Cáceres in. And, that's the whole point. It's like, these guys work just as what time we go home, sometimes 1 a.m. I mean, yeah, I'm serious, and this is a lot. He gets up early at 4. I wake up at 7, back to my normal job as an attorney, and and we do it, and then everybody behind the scenes there. That, like I said, even my son in England, who helps me out with the ITC clearances and everything we have to do. Here we work as a team. We also look for players and talent from, the country and worldwide. And, if you think you have talent, come talk to us, we pride ourselves on everybody that's gone pro from here and going pro. So, shout out to all the old Renegades here that were, giving me support and everything, and then all the academies working hard trying to get to the this level, the premier. Like I said, Michael, does his job excellent. He just makes sure, and then behind the scenes, like I say, those two ladies over there, they tirelessly work. My wife, my sister-in-law. And then I gotta say that none of this would be possible. Like my father's been very sick, like with cancer and everything, and he's been fighting it. And my sister, stepping up and saying I'm going to do the job. So shout out to my sister, my mom, my father, because he's actually tried to stay up to watch the game. So. It's just been a team effort, from everybody, and yeah, we have those nights where we stay 1 a.m, and then we have the first division team who pushes us tremendously too. And those you got to see the training, it's incredible. So, I don't want to take the shine time away. I want to get to Francis here. And Cáceres.
Yeah, just to add to what Boris is saying, we came into the game knowing that they were going to be collectively hard. But, I'm not the type of coach that focuses in individual. But at the end of the day, you have to worry about players like Junior Rosero, right? And I thought that the far away we keep them from our 18, it was going to be easier for us to hold them back, right? And the more uncomfortable we got them, the easier it was going to get. But I think collectively, if we did the job as a team, we stuck to our system and stuck to defensively work hard and just keep the ball and do everything we do in practice, it was going to be easier. So for me, that's the key. What we do first, and then we worry about individuals and the other teams' tactics or where they could be dangerous, and then we also see their weaknesses and attack them through there, try to hurt them as much as we can through there. Luckily we have players that are very fast. So we use them as that they're our main weapons, right? We go wide and we try to get them 1v1s on the wings where they could just go down the line and get crosses, or if not, go in the box and look for PKs, or just try to break through and have 1v1s with the keepers. Today we were a little off with the finishing, but at the end of the day we put 2 in, and then they got to go back, and it happens. The momentum just pushed us back into our own net, but I think we were able to hold enough to keep that goal, to keep the game at 1 for them, and eventually I knew that with the quick transitions we were going to be able to break through and just try to get a third goal, which we did, but unfortunately we couldn't get it. But it's part of the game. Hey, listen, it's a final. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be an open game. It's going to obviously we want them to be as uncomfortable as possible so we can make it easier for us. And I think that it was a great game. We dominated at some points as well as they did, but it's Braveheart. I was a part of the organization at once. We were playing Nisa Nations at some point, and we came second place. Actually, New Jersey Alliance were our biggest. They were our biggest rivals, and it was fun. And I know Bob. Bob's a great guy. I worked with him, and everywhere I go, I just try to add to whatever club that I go to, and he was a great precedent. He was great. There was nothing missing there. He did his best to keep the team together, to make us feel at home, so we could work and perform as best as possible. So now here at the Renegades family is the same. Everywhere I go, I just try I look to to keep the expectation high for whoever is coming in. So we keep the standards high, right, for everyone, and that's why I think that's what makes this club different. You could see it season after season, but like I told the guys, this season has to be different. Last season we fell short at the regions final. This year has to be different. This year we have to win it. I think Renegades deserves it, and we don't expect any less, right? I think that going another season without winning the nationals is just a waste. That's just how I see it, right? Because the talent that we have here is just to win a national championship, right? And what Boris does is just makes it easier for us to find players and to work hard and to like he said, stay up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., get home, and just looking to just better everything here so everything can become easier, right? He wants to go to the next level, and to go to the next level you have to do extra work.